just so much of a large gap in our education system is what truly then led me to realizing that I wanted to step in and do something for these kids that they have nobody, or they have very little support or very little backup in the support that they do. Because, if kids don't have a student that or a teacher that's backing them, it's hard. And if that teacher doesn't have administrators backing them, it's even harder. So
They did a study saying that young transgender people need at least one adult person in their life to acknowledge them for who they are to survive adolescence. And that is literally a thing, like survive, because some kids won't. And that's,
right.
I think it's important for people to have binders and things. I didn't even know what transgender was, let alone a trans man was, until I was 19. I didn't even meet my first transgender person until I was 19, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's like everything makes sense now.
Right, that first just a little
Like,
snap
oh,
was like
well,
my
that's
whole life. It all make ties, it all makes
yeah.
sense.
So I completely get that. Alexander, what is your big aspiration in life? Like, what is this big goal for you?
The big goal for me is every time somebody messages me asking for a binder, I don't want to have to feel like I'll add you to the wait list. And, hopefully by time I'm able to get you one, I hope to see that you have one. But if you don't by that time, then I'll be able to go ahead and provide you with one. And I hope that it gets to the point where it's like, yeah, no problem. Once your address, I'll have one sent out within the next hour. And being able to do that consists of working for myself full time and being able to give my 40 plus hours a week into Valid by Brodie. Valid by Brodie. Because right now, I'm going to work 40, maybe 45 hours a week, and it just with life, there's so little time. So aspirations is to be able to do this full time, and be able to never turn down somebody that needs access to proper resources.
And that's possibly the best thing that. I mean, you look at all those people who are like a Shark Tank. They used to work 40 hours as well as working 40 hours in a garage. So you're doing
Right.
something. I promise you're doing something right. So if you were to have any advice for a young transgender person, male or female, what would it be?
First, it would be, whatever you feel comfortable with, go with it, and don't be scared to ask questions. Know that there is a time and a place to ask questions. If you're not safe at home or safe in your school to ask the kind of questions that you have, reach out. There are Facebook support groups, there any social platform you are on, I promise you there is a support group. So I recommend that you reach out to the community, because we are here for you. We are one big family, and just because you don't have a family supporting you at home potentially doesn't mean that there's not an entire other world for you ready to welcome you into it. So reach out for support, for guidance, for tips, for advice. Don't be scared. Just because your parents shrugged you off doesn't mean that other people will too. So my biggest advice is to reach out for support, because we are here for you, and we are a community. We call ourselves a community for a reason.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that, and I absolutely love it. And Alexander, lastly, if anybody wanted to get any information you, follow you on your platforms, or how to buy anything from Valid by Brodie, how would they be able to find you?
Yeah, so I am on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can find me under Valid by Brodie. Or did I say Twitter? I meant TikTok. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Valid by Brodie. I don't really understand Twitter. I can't, I've tried, I just don't get it. I've tried out Discord. I still don't understand it, so I'm not really comfortable with that right now. But yeah, yeah, I'm like, I don't get it. I'm just not hip with it apparently. So you can also reach out to me on my website at validbybrodie.com. I am starting a support, kind of like a support group, a virtual GSA and Transgender Alliance. You can find information about that by following me on Instagram and on Facebook, as well as on TikTok. I'll be putting out the opportunity to RSVP to the first Transgender Alliance, which will be a virtual meeting for transgender students, K through 12. As I collect the RSVPs and see, the kind of grades that you guys are in, will kind of direct how we'll go ahead and approach the meeting. And it's going to be for the opportunity to educate, to ask questions, to play games, win prizes. So we'll be having that on September 27th. And again, you can follow me on social media to get further details on that. And come October, I'll also be offering resources for additional trans or LGBT allies, as well as teachers and educators for a more traditional Gay Straight Alliance virtual meeting.
All right, thank you so much for that. And everybody, as always, I will have all of the information in the show notes. So until next time, live with purpose and live your truth. Thank you again for listening to Transforming with Drew. If you like this episode or any other episodes, please share them with your friends and family members. Until next time.